everybody. So today, this morning, I'm in the kitchen again, like always. I think I spend most of my time in here. Today I'm going to be making some applesauce, and I'm going to be making some apple juice that I'm going to turn into apple jelly. In order to not waste any of the apples, I'm going to get the juice by using the apple peels and the apple cores. But first, I'm going to make applesauce. And of course, I got to bring you guys along for this, right? Yeah. If you've never had homemade applesauce, oh my goodness, guys, it is so good. A few years back, if you personally know us, then you know that we homeschooled our son. And a few years back, as a homeschool project, we dried apples and made like apple slices and stuff to hang on the Christmas tree. And we also made that's what we done with the peelings and stuff that year. Instead of throwing them away, we just hung them up to dry and hung them on the Christmas tree. But this year, we used the apples to make applesauce. I don't remember which apples that I used that year. I'm pretty sure they were red, but I don't know exactly what type of apples. Because I just got some. Like I said, it was just a school project. I didn't make a whole lot. I didn't can it. It was just a little something that we done as a school thing, and what we made I just popped in the refrigerator. He wouldn't eat it. He was a very picky eater, so I didn't make a whole lot because me and Rob was the only ones that would eat it. But this year, Emma loves applesauce. So I told Rob, I said, I'm going to make some homemade applesauce. And we went to the Jackson's Orchard, which is a local orchard to us, this past weekend. And for pumpkins and just a, family fun time. And I got some apples there. These, I believe, are Crispin, I think they're called, something like that. Some of them are huge. Like this one, that is huge. Huge apple. But I got half a peck or one peck. I don't remember. Hold on just a second. Okay, I had checked the bag thing that they were in. This is one peck. This is just to start with. I just thought I would start with this and see how much I can get, because like I said, it's been a few years since I made that homemade applesauce, and that I don't remember how many apples I had, and I don't remember how much I got. So this is just to see. I'm just starting. I almost got a whole bushel, and then I thought that might be too much, but I was afraid half a peck wouldn't be enough, so we got a peck, and we'll see what we get out of it. And then I discovered while I was looking for recipes to use the apples for, other than applesauce, because somebody had some donuts over the weekend that had apple butter on them, and she really liked them. I really liked the apple butter. So I was looking to see recipes for apple butter, and that's when I come across the apple jelly. Well, Rob loves apple jelly, and I'm sure Emma will too, on some toast or some kind of homemade bread for breakfast and stuff. And she loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So thought, you know what, I'm gonna make the jelly, because we'll use that more than we will the apple butter, because I'm not a fan of apple butter. I do like apple jelly, so that's what we're gonna do. But first things first, I'm going to get these apples peeled and get them in the pot and get them on the stove ready to make applesauce. Alright, y'all, so I got two pots here. I've got this pot's what I'm going to use for my applesauce, and this pot's what I'm going to use for my apple juice. You gotta get the juice, use the juice to make the jelly. So I do not have the rest of the stuff that I need to make the jelly, right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the apple juice. I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator. And then when I pick up groceries this week, I'll get the rest of this stuff to make the apple jelly. And then I'll get that made hopefully over the weekend. If not the first of next week. So today I'm making the getting the applesauce and then getting the apple juice ready to make the apple jelly. I got my apples done. Got them chopped up. And that's roughly about what size you want. You don't want them real big. So it's easy, they cook down quicker. And you also, it doesn't really matter what kind of apple that you use for this. Obviously, the softer the apple, the shorter period of time it's going to take to cook down. So you're able to get, mash it. You can use a potato masher. You can use a food processor. You can use a blender. You can use a food mill. Whatever it is that you have. And you can... If you like a chunkier applesauce, you can, don't mash up the apples as much. Leave it chunkier. If you like not so much chunky, then, that's totally up to you. Whatever you like, you can do it that way. For us, I will be mashing these up pretty well because Emma will be eating this. So I don't want big chunks of apples. She likes to eat the apple sauce out of the pouches, so it needs to be a thin applesauce, so that way she doesn't, get choked on a big chunk of apple while she's, sucking it out of the pouch. If you're making this for kids and they like eating out of the pouches, which by the way are like super easy to take with you, no mess, you can buy reusable ones on Amazon. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The pouches that baby food comes in, they have those that with applesauce in them, and that's what she likes. She doesn't like to eat it with the spoon out of one of those little cups. I got her some of those, and she doesn't like that. So whatever. I mean, I think the pouch is easier anyways. It's easy to take with this. It's a quick snack. It's something that I can take the lid off of it and just hand it to her and don't have to worry about it. Thankfully, she doesn't play with it and make a mess. I'm sure some kids probably would. And she has once or twice, but she knows she's not supposed to. So when she's done with it, she usually, hands it to me. Or if she's down playing, she just lays it down and leaves it laying wherever. But at least she doesn't, play with it and want to try to squeeze the applesauce out. But anyways, so I haven't got those ordered yet. When I get those ordered and get them in, I will share in our group. If you're not in our group, then go send a request to join. It's Little Acres Homestead on Facebook. And I will post, when I get those in, I will post a picture on Amazon I mean, I will post a picture in the group of those and link the information for them, where I got them at and everything. Or, of course, you know, I got them from Amazon, but the link to them. I'm not affiliated, so, you know, I don't, it's just to let you guys know that, hey, this is what I got. If you want to use them, you know, whatever. But yeah, I'll put that information, and I can also do a quick video, and I'll post that video in our group. Just a little short video of me putting the applesauce in the pouches, so that way, you know, you can see how I done it. Nothing that I'm telling you is written in stone. I'm just telling you, showing you this is how I'm doing it. If you want to do it a different way, totally fine. I will link the recipe down below of the applesauce and the apple peel jelly that I'm using. It's on Pinterest. That's where I get a lot of my recipes that I don't do myself. Now, the applesauce recipe, I'm not using that specific recipe. I'm just using that as a reference on how, because like I said, it's been a few years since I made applesauce, so I don't remember for sure on exactly how to do it. So I'm just using the instructions on that for reference. I am not using the amount that it says to use or what to put in the applesauce. That's all my personal thing. You can make however much applesauce you want to make. You can use however many apples you want to use. That's totally up to you. Like I said earlier, this is a peck of apples, so when this is done, you'll see how much I get out of it. It's going to be different for everybody, because even if you get a peck of apples, just like I got a peck of apples, your apples are going to be different sizes. No apple is the same size. They're all different. So the amount that I get could be different. You could get more, you could get less. Totally just depends on your apples. So, for the applesauce, you only want enough water in it when you're cooking down your apples to keep them from sticking to your pot. The apple peels and cores to make the apple juice, you want to put enough water in it to cover your cores and your peelings. You want to cook the applesauce, of course, you want to cook it down, or the apples, for your applesauce, you want to cook it down until the apples are, the firmness of them, they're soft enough that you can mash them and get the consistency that you want for your applesauce. The apple juice, I will also link the recipe down below for it that I'm using. Again, I'm not using the same amount. I am going to be using the exact directions on the exact ingredients. Let me put it that way, not directions. The exact ingredients, I will be using those from that recipe, and I'm using the information on how to do it, how to make the, how to render the apple juice from the apple peels and the apple cores. Now, if you do not have apples and you're not making applesauce, but you want to make apple jelly, you can make apple jelly from apple juice from the grocery store. Totally can do that. Bet you didn't know that. Some people do, some people don't. It's really cool. When I found it, I was like, wow, this is really cool. You can also make grape jelly from grape juice from your grocery store. Of course, you want to get no sugar added, so that way you can, 100% juice, just plain juice, no sugar added, just, old-fashioned juice. And then you can add how much sugar you want, do whatever you want to it. Or you can do what I'm doing. If you're making applesauce, then you can, instead of throwing your cores and your peelings away, just use them and make your apple juice, which you're going to turn into apple jelly. So let me show you guys. I'm going to get these on to cooking. I'm going to put my water in. Mine went blank. Sorry. I'm going to put my water in and get them to cooking. So, alright. This is a half-gallon mason jar. I just filled it up with water, and I'm going to pour it in here. This is, I believe this is a 6-quart pot. I don't remember. This is a 6 1/4. This one is a 6 1/4 quart stock pot, and I believe this is a 6-quart. Let me check the bottom. Yes, this is a 6-quart pot. This is a 6 1/4 quart pot. Whoa! All right. So that's got that. Now I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to turn it on high. Just until I get it up to a boil. And then I will turn it down. Probably to medium. And I will let it simmer until these are cooked. Till they're soft. Till these are soft. And then you will strain those out of your... what will then be, instead of water, will be apple juice. Alright, now these, you don't want to put too much water. You just want to put enough to keep them from sticking. I'm going to turn those on high as well. You just want to put enough water in them to keep them from sticking to the bottom of your pot. And you just turn them on, and I'm going to stir them around just a little bit. Get those cooked down. This is going to take a little bit. I'm going to put a lid on them like that. And you get those cooking. Get them cooked down until they're done to the consistency that you want them in order to make your applesauce. And once you get them mashed up and all that and everything, get it to consistency that you want, that's when you're going to add in your ingredients, whatever you want to put in it. You don't have to put anything. If you want sugar-free, just plain old applesauce, then so be it. That's what you do. You don't have to put anything in it. I will be putting brown sugar and cinnamon in mine. Brown sugar because I don't have regular sugar, and it's homemade brown sugar. I have a video on that. I'll link that down below. And cinnamon because Emma loves cinnamon. Anything with cinnamon in it, she loves it. And the applesauce that she's used to eating is cinnamon applesauce. So that's why I'm putting the cinnamon in it. Alright guys, so I'm going to let those cook, and when they are done, her and Astro's playing. When they are done, I will bring you guys back and show you the next step. Alright y'all, so my applesauce, my apples are ready for for me to make them into applesauce. Put this around here where you can see me. Okay. They are ready, and then this back here, I ended up and had to switch out of my 6-quart pot into my 8-quart pot, just so I didn't add any more water to it. I just needed the space to be able to stir it and to get things going. So that's why I transferred it to the 8-quart. The size pots that you use will totally depend on how much you have, and like I said before, that will totally depend on how big your apples are. So the apples that I used, like I said, I'm pretty sure that the name of them was like Crispin or something like that. They're a pretty soft apple to begin with, so it didn't take them long. They've been cooked, let's see, about 30-40 minutes, something like that. You can see that see how those are already broke up just from me stirring them around. So they are ready. Those are soft and it's ready too. I've turned it down and I'll get to it in a minute. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. I've done turned the heat off of this. I need to take it off the burner though. And then I have an immersion blender, and I'm going to use it to get this down to the consistency that I want. Alright, and I know Mickey Mouse is playing in the background. He's always playing in the background, ain't he? Alright. That was hot. I didn't mean to touch that. I thought I had a hold of the pot holder. Alright, so I'm going to blend this up. It's going to be loud, y'all. Alright, y'all. I believe that is what I want. Yep. Alright, so put that over there. Now I'm going to add my cinnamon and my brown sugar. Now, I'm not going to measure this or anything. I'm just going to put in here. Emma, baby, go play. I am just going to put in here. I'm going to eyeball it and taste of it as I go. Y'all know me. You know I don't measure stuff. So, I'm going to put some in. Alright, now I'm going to taste of that and see what we got, what we need. Alright, I think it needs some more sugar. And some more cinnamon. Now, the amounts on both of these are totally, depends on your taste. I mean, if you want it sweeter, add more sugar. If you want it more cinnamon, add more cinnamon. Cinnamon. Is that a word? I think I just made it. Y'all, I think I just made a new word up. Too new, actually. It's made up it. Oh, Lordy. Alright. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, totally off subject. Today is Tuesday, and I posted in the group, and I'm going to say it on here as well. No Tasty Tuesday video for this week. I'm sorry, guys. I've just been pretty busy. I'm working on a new adventure that I'm hoping that I'm going to get launched pretty soon. I'm not putting a date on it because y'all know life happens. So, but hopefully soon that new adventure will be launched and you guys get to see it. There will be a Freezer Friendly Friday video this week, and then next week there will be a Tasty Tuesday video. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't get one out this week. If you want to go over and join our group, like I said earlier, Little Acres Homestead on Facebook, I did post a picture and some information on a cleaning hack that I used. So you guys can find that over there. I done that since I didn't get the video out. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to share this with you all today and at least give you something. And hopefully this video, what I'm doing right now, will be up soon. Tomorrow or Thursday, I hope. So, you guys won't be waiting till Friday for a video. Alright, now I'm going to taste this again and see where we're at. Alright, I think we're good. I'm not going to put a whole lot in it. You know, I'm not going to get it too sweet or a whole lot of cinnamon in it because it is for Emma. You know, her taste buds are a little bit more sensitive than ours is. So I'm not going to get a whole lot. I mean, if you want it sweeter, you can always add sugar to it as you eat it. And get it to the taste that you want it. Alright, guys, so there is my applesauce. And let me show you guys, let me bring you in here closer where you can see the consistency that I got mine. You can see it's pretty. There's a little bit of chunks in there, but not, I mean, it's pretty thin. And like I said, I wanted it like that for Emma. So, for right now, I'm just going to store this. Let me bring you back out here. I'm bring you over here where you can see me, where you're not, the applesauce is not talking to you. Anyway, so for now, I'm just going to store this in the refrigerator. No more than this is. I mean, this is a 6 1/4 quart pot, and you can see that it's probably just a little bit over half full, so it's not that much. So I'm just going to store it in the refrigerator. I'm going to get those pouches ordered so I can get those made up for her. And from what I've read, this will last 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator. You can also use it or put it in the freezer. So if I'm not real sure on what I'm going to do there exactly. Like I said, I'll be sharing that in the group on Facebook on when I get those in, and exactly what I do as far as like putting them in the pouches and stuff. If I can get enough of the pouches, what I might do is I might put some in them and put them in the freezer. That way they keep longer, and then I can just put them in the refrigerator and restock, kind of keep the stock going like that. Now, if you don't have, like I said, I went to the orchard and got these apples. You don't have to go to the orchard. You can totally go to your local grocery store if you want to and get some apples, have them year round, so you can make homemade applesauce year round. And honestly, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing after this, because I really like the idea of having what the ingredients. I know what's in here. There's no extra additives or preservatives or anything like that. It's just apples and brown sugar, and the brown sugar is homemade, so I know what's in it. And then the cinnamon is just, just ground cinnamon. So I can control how much sugar's in it. I can control how much cinnamon's in it. I can control all the other ingredients. No extra stuff that we don't need or that Emma doesn't need, but yet she gets to enjoy her great applesauce. So let me, the apple juice is ready, and like I said, I'm going to turn it into apple jelly, but I don't have the stuff to finish that today, so I'm going to do that a little later. I'm going to make a separate video on it. It will just, you'll get to see this here, and then I will make the apple jelly and get it canned up, because I'm sure, I'm going to have enough to can for it. But anyway, so let me get that. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just really easy. You're just straining your okay, so you just strain your stuff out, strain your cores and your peelings out, and get those in, and then you throw those away, and you keep your apple juice. So I'm gonna bring you guys along and show you how I do that. Alright, so I have another stock pot in here, and then I have this strainer. This pot that I'm using, that I use to boil my cores and stuff in to get my apple juice, the strainer goes with it, but I needed more space, so I took it out, and now I'm going to use it to strain the juice out of these cores and peelings. So you want to be real careful with this, guys, because it's really hot. Alright, y'all. So, there you have it. This is your apple juice now. And this is your, all your apple cores, apple peelings, all that good stuff. Whoopsie. Well, I'm making a mess. like I said, I can be a messy cook. But anyways, this is all your cores and your peelings and stuff. And I'm just going to let those cool off before I throw them in my trash can. I'll set them over here. Clean up my mess. Alright. Alright guys, so I'm just going to set this right up here. I am going to transfer this into a bowl here in a little bit to wait for it to cool before I put it in the refrigerator. I want it to cool completely before I put it in there. And the reason that I'm transferring it is because I am making vegetable soup for supper tonight, and this is my vegetable soup pot. I have a certain pot that I use for my vegetable soup, and this is it. So I'm going to put that in a bowl and let it sit here on my counter for the rest of the day and let it get cooled, and then I'm going to stick it in my refrigerator, and then this week when I do my grocery haul, I will get the rest of the ingredients that I need to turn this into apple jelly and get those canned up. And like I said, I will make a video for that. And for now, my applesauce, I'm going to store it in a mason jar. This is a ½ gallon mason jar. I'm going to store it in it and put it in the refrigerator and just use it as I need it. Like I said, what I've read says it can keep in the refrigerator for 7 to 10 days, but it can keep in the freezer for longer than that. So if I need to, I can always put it in some freezer bags and add it to my freezer, and then it will be there and ready for me when we're ready for it. So guys, that's how you make homemade applesauce and homemade apple juice. If you don't want to turn that juice into jelly, you want to just enjoy it as juice, then you can do that as well too. You know, I'm used the peels and the cores to do that, to make the apple juice, so that way nothing was going to waste. I use them. Yeah, now I'm going to throw them away, but I've used them. You know, they're no good now, so now, you know, there's no waste. But yes, so, alright y'all, so that's how you make it. I hope you guys make this, either one of these. And if you do, let me know. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys, excuse me, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell, so you are notified when we upload new videos. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.